Hey guys, Immersed here, and welcome to a Twin Peaks on a Frost Mage. Alright, so first off, I'm in the initial rush of getting the Horde flag, and basically there was one Death Knight to stand in our way, and we just quickly dealt with him. Gotta give him credit though, I mean, he held us up quite a while, and being an Unholy DK, he did survive for quite a long time, so kudos to him. Alright, so I just cut, because it's a lot of moving around in this one. And I noticed my Shaman's in trouble here, so I'm going to help him out. And the reason I didn't attack the Feral Druid is because the Feral Druid, I compared their health early in the game, and this guy, just by looking at him, is a lot more geared. He's in almost full kata now. So I'm going to get back on the Feral Druid here, but my Shaman calls out that the flag carrier, our flag carrier, is being attacked. So I'm like, alright, that's more important. I jump right on the guy attacking him, I slow him down. I tried to get a polymorph off on the spider, but I calculated by the time I would, it would be out of range, so I didn't want to waste a global or a few seconds doing that. Alright, so I see the Tauren Hunter and something else is coming. I couldn't get the Tauren Hunter's attention, so I got the Feral Druid's attention, and me and him have quite a few good fights in this battle. So basically I'm just going to quickly deal with him, because I really don't like stealthies going into my base, due to the fact that they could pop out at an opportune moment and just annihilate my flag carrier, and I really don't want that. And bears are just like blood DKs. He'll die eventually. Alright, so gonna go try and get our flag back, but first I see a Resto Druid going in, and I notice it's a little bit undergeared, so I wanted to catch it, even to slow it down, but I knew I could kill this one. Never want healers going into their base, especially if you can catch them like this. This is perfect. No one's around to help the Resto Druid, and just gotta kill it, so it has to respawn, and by that time you may even catch it again. So I notice a Feral Druid is back for revenge, but at the last minute he changes his mind. But I really don't like leaving stealthies to roam freely. I like killing them, I like capturing them out of stealth, I like keeping them out of stealth. Especially if he's on me, he's not in my flag room on my flag carrier. I prefer that any day. Like I said, he'll die eventually. And my Frostfire Orb was just completely useless in this fight. I attacked it and it's like, I'm not going to. So, never rely on that as much unless you're amazing at placing it. I have not played my Frost Mage very much, but this was, I think, my second game today on him in a while, so I was happy with it. Alright, so back into the flag room. I noticed nobody was going for it, so I decided, what the heck, I'll go pick it up. And my Shaman meeting me with a water walking, thank you very much. And I never agree with Clothies carrying the flag, however there are a few exceptions, one being a Frost Mage with the mobility and the shield, another being a Discipline Priest, or, you know, there's a few other ones. So I get attacked by a Feral Druid here, and I thought I would just snare it, but once I saw the damage I was doing to it, I'm like, alright, well, I'll just keep Ice Lancing you then. Might as well. I'm moving forward at the same speed as I would be if I was not going sideways, so 100% either way, so I just decided to put my damage into the Druid and get it killed. But it goes into Bear and it will die eventually. So I have a Rogue on me right now, a Subtlety Rogue I believe, and it pops a Smoke Bomb. Number one priority at this moment is to get out of the Smoke Bomb to receive heals from my healers here. Especially being a Clothy, you cannot afford to sit in that Smoke Bomb. So I deep freeze it and finish off the Feral Druid. So I notice the Resto Druid is putting Fairy Fire on me. And I noticed my healer is being attacked here, so I decided to polymorph it, and I was going to polymorph it again. I was trying to predict a trinket, but his trinket may have been down. So I lay down a Ring of Frost that the Mage gets caught in. Just go stand on the flag cap point, especially because I'm a Clothy. I don't want to get attacked not on the cap point, because If I do and someone manages to pick it up, then they have the enormous job of getting it from, like, let's say upstairs to the flight cap point. I just make it easier a little bit. One thing I always do when I'm in a situation is I always try and keep an eye on my blink cooldown. I love making sure it's up, so if I hear the flag return sound, I can quickly get to the flag cap point. But usually when I'm getting a heap ton of damage like I am now, I just try and stay as close as I can to the cap point. So notice there's a rogue on my healer here, so I try and get that off my healer as quickly as possible. There's a lot on my healer right now, but thank God my healer is amazing. So the rogue jumps on me here, and I Cone of Cold it, and just try to basically, I went around it, and I don't think he actually noticed. He didn't really turn around there. So now I'm going to do the really fun job now of clearing up my flag room, because now I don't have to stay on the cap point. I can just freely move around my room and kill as I see fit. So I see this mage here, I know it's fire, so I decide to polymorph it, but the feral and the rogue decide to stealth on me, and I should have blizzard there, but nonetheless we catch up to him. We politely ask him to drop the flag. I guess polite for a mage is using a frostbolt, not a pyroblast. I don't know. Don't ask me, I didn't make the game. Alright, so I'm just going to get full health and full mana here. And there's the Unholy Death Knight that tried to stop us at the beginning of the game. I catch it in a freeze. And I notice right there, I'm like, oh wow, I can hit this guy pretty hard. So I hit him as hard as I can. I mean, better than being at 100% health. The reason I attack the ghoul is because he can heal with that alive. And as soon as 4 people come just running into my base, the ghoul is no longer the priority, obviously. So those two rogues and that feral druid are back for revenge on me, and I'm not going to really let them have that. But the feral druid that's been unfortunately caught by me so many times notices I'm at 50% health. And I actually wasn't going to put down my Ring of Frost because I didn't think he was going to chase me, but to my surprise, there he is. But Frost Mages just have so many snares. I give the guy credit though, he was very persistent on trying to kill me. Alright, so I see a mage coming and I just decided to take him out really quickly. I know I had a Death Knight behind me. Even though this goes to what I believe in, and you should never put more teammates into killing less enemies. For example, me and the Death Knight just wasted time basically trying to take out one mage. But in this game I was feeling very damage dealer-ish, I guess you should say. I just felt like doing a lot of damage. I felt like getting a lot of killing blows, a lot of kills. Just seeing those crits pop up. So that's exactly what I did. So when he gets close to me, he damages me quite a lot. And I'm not fully PvP geared quite yet. I have a few fillers to get. But I'm happy with how my mage plays. So I was just about to go get the flag, but I noticed there was this hunter here. And the monkey did something very rude to me that stunned me for 4 seconds. We're not going to go there though. And basically the reason I jumped down here is because, as you can see, the hunter still has me targeted. So that means I'm not taking damage, the hunter isn't doing any offensive abilities, not doing any defensive abilities, and my teammates are killing it. So I'm not taking any damage that I'm going to have to heal up eventually. And they just down the hunter very quick. So once again, the poor feral druid, I run into him again. And I'm sorry buddy, but I just do not like having stealthies around my flag carrier. So I run in this shaman here, and the rogue. The rogue attacking the feral druid right now, and I deep freeze the mage as a scare tactic, and it actually didn't blink out of it. It trinketed. Maybe his blink was on cooldown, I'm not sure, but if you're a mage and you get deep frozen, you can blink out of a deep freeze and save your trinket for a cold snap deep freeze if you need to. Just a tidbit. So right here, I obviously know I'm not going to kill the Death Knight with one Frostbolt, with one Frostfire Bolt, but I'm trying to get his attention to not go into my flag room, just like this hunter, thinking it could kill me, but it didn't know the rogue was there, I guess. Or just wanted revenge, who knows. Regardless, it died and had to do that walk all over again. So I think the monkey is possibly the most annoying pet to have on you, other than a T-Rex. You're just like, oh my god, are you still here? Alright, so we're gonna cut, and gonna get our flag back for the final time. First dealing with his Death Knight. Unfortunately, got caught away from his team. And just critted down. So I'm going to invis here just because I don't want a rogue to pop out on me. I know I had dots on me, but just that few seconds of them seeing the Death Knight and rogue and the shaman could have bought me a few seconds if there were to be a rogue here, which there was, but it was holding the flag. But it also had a resto druid, but the resto druid was undergeared, so I understand. Alright, so there we go. And there actually was a rogue, just didn't want to pop out right away, I guess. So the Death Knight comes back. Hungering Cold Zest, I think that's what it's called. Or Frost of Hunger, yeah. I think Hungering Cold. Anyway, that big AoE Frost Everyone Freeze spell. We'll call it that from now on. And there we have it. Thank you very much, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe, like, and comment if you did. It greatly helps me. I'm very appreciative. And as always, happy hunting until next time. Thank you.